Hi everyone, this is Jane. I'm coming on here today to share with you pictures of an FFO because I have already gifted the finished piece, my progress on my stitching and my knitting, and a wonderful happy mail I received from one of my best friends who is joxgirl1 here on YouTube. So let's just jump right into it. Let's start with the FFO. Let me just find the picture. I believe I showed you the finished stitching of this in my last video. It's Hedwig from Harry Potter. And I have now finished it into a pincushion, and I found this fabric to use as my backing fabric because the stripes reminded me kind of, you know, Harry Potter theme. So yeah, that's that done. And my friend and co-worker who received it was really happy. She did know that I was making her a pincushion. She might have had an idea that I was doing an owl, or she actually knew I was doing an owl, and she might have had an idea that I would do it either in the Hedwig colors or the Herald colors, but she didn't know more than that. I haven't shown it to her or anything, so she was surprised and she was happy and she loved it, so that's a good thing. Whip update. I didn't bring my shawl in here, you know, the one in the multicolored blues and greens, with the teal in it as well, just one color. I am now done with 22 triangles, or teeth as I call them, and only have 3 more left to do, so it will be done soon, I think. Then I have been working a tiny bit on him. As I told you last time, he is definitely not calling to me. I just have to kind of push through so that I can get him done by the beginning of the December, end of November actually. So I've just done a little bit more in the balloons. I'm actually thinking about doing excuse me, doing like, I think it's Priscilla and Chelsea who has the hashtag Santa Sunday. Now, I'm not on Instagram and I do have a Facebook account, but I never use it, so it's just for me. But dedicate maybe some time for him on Sundays and just tell myself you need to stitch on him for half an hour or something. And then when I get the shawl done, I might just say, you know, during the week, okay, 2 or 3 days a week that I have to stitch on him for half an hour. So that's that. And the last piece I have been working on is my Linen and Threads Mystery Sampler from 2017, and I am still working on the January band. The last time I showed this to you, I was done with 1/3 of the pattern, and was ready to move my Q-snap. And it doesn't look like much progress had happened, but I've actually moved the Q-snap one more time since then, so I am now working on the last third of the January band. And this is actually the piece that has gotten the most attention, and that I have spent most of my crafting time on. My crafting time might be or will be cut down. I was offered an 8-week contract for 30 hours a week for the next 8 weeks in one of the daycare centers that I have actually been working at as a substitute or temp person. So now I have to go to work, scheduled to go to work Monday through Friday, and not just occasionally, 1 or 2 days a week, 3 days, however much they are needing me. And I started that on Wednesday, and my last day will be on the 28th of November. So yeah, of course I said yes. Who wouldn't? I just love working with the children. They're just so cute, and if you have a bad day, if you have had a bad morning, the minute the children sees you, they come running to you, they hug you, they tell you how much you have missed you and how happy they are to see you, and yeah, all of the bad things just disappears. So yeah, that was that, and that was that. So now we are down to the happy mail. When I got home from work Friday, I found an envelope in my mailbox. Now, I knew it was coming at some point because joxgirl had told me that she had mailed it to me. And for some reason, things just shows up here mostly on Fridays. I don't know why, but they do. And that's a good thing, because then I have all of the weekend to look at it and pet it and, all the things we do. Now this envelope that was in my mailbox, it was not just filled, it was stuffed. You couldn't put anything more in that envelope had you tried. So, now you know what, I am leaving one of the pieces out here to the side because I want to show it to you last. For me, it's that's the piece of resistance. So first of all, she made me this beautiful, cute card, upside down. Excuse me. I think I need some hot tea. She made me this beautiful card, and she wrote the most sweet note in here, and you have the most beautiful handwriting. Oh my god, it's beautiful. She sent me this Riolis kit, and I actually do believe this is my first Riolis kit. It's a piece of pie, and the orange and the green you can see down here, and the centers of all the cherries are actually beads. And it's a kit, so everything is included. Beads, fabric, threads, regular needle and a beading needle. So it's super cute and I can't wait to start this. Sorry for the lighting, it's overcast and here today. It's fall, what can I say, that's fall in Denmark. Then she sent me this do-that bag filled with a lot of fun things. So we've got Santa in his sleigh, we've got a decoration and a snowman. So cute. Then we have got a pink and red felt flower. A cute little bow. And Peggy, are you looking? I hope you are, because sparkles. Whoops. All of these sparkly holographic snowflakes. And if you don't know what I'm referring to with Peggy, you need to go watch her. She is JP Peggy 2 here on YouTube. She is a paper crafter, and she does wonderful things, and she's all into the sparkles like me. So head on over there if you want to see more sparkles. Then she sent me Winnie the Pooh, and if you have watched my channel before, you will know I am all into Winnie the Pooh and his friends. They are my favorite Disney characters. So she sent me the pattern, and she actually in her stash had some of the, or actually most of the flosses. She has included a piece of fabric and a needle right here under all of the beautiful floss. So I am ready to start this at any time. Which leads me into the next thing, because I know it's not charted on here, but he might get company from some really sparkly bees, because she included this spool of Krynic number 4 braid, and the color is 002, and if I put it up there, there's no light on it, and well, you know how Krynic is. If you're not like me and have never seen it, touched it, used it before, of course, it's that way actually with a lot of things that you guys show on here, because we can't get all of those fancy things here in Denmark, you know. So you might get some company from some sparkly bees that I will pull from another Winnie the Pooh pattern that I have. Then she found this, and this is actually, I've never seen this as well. It's a piece of damask fabric, but as you can see in the middle, there's actually a piece where you can stitch, and there's a border around it as well, where you can stitch. And we have been exchanging ideas. Joxgirl and I have been chatting a whole lot lately, and we have been exchanging ideas about this. And she actually came up with a fantastic idea that I actually might try to do, of stitching a what's it called? This is actually the third time I'm trying to do this video. Monogram. So I might try to find a free alphabet online and make a monogram, and just find some, you know, some flowers or vines or something I can stitch in the border. And then I have been thinking about finishing this as either a wall hanging or use it as a piece in a project bag, because that way I will be able to see it all the time, and it will remind me of my dear sweet friend. So that's actually a fun piece. And now for the piece of resistance, at least for me, along with the card, of course, that she made me. She made me this beautiful bookmark. I will be cherishing this forever and ever and ever. Not that I don't cherish everything else, and for everyone who have sent things to me, of course I cherish those things, but there's just something special for me. And now I'm getting tears in my eyes again. I had tears in my eyes when I opened the package and looked at it, and I actually had it in my first video as well that I was doing, that only recorded for, I don't know, 3 minutes, so I was talking to myself for at least 20 more minutes. But she made me this beautiful bookmark. She put on this tile down here, button on here, and a place on the back where I can write, for instance, what books I have been reading, or a little bit of a specific book, maybe a little review or something. But yeah, as I was saying, there is, for me, something really special about handmade gifts. For people to be willing to take time out of their busy day to make me something, that alone makes it special, and makes it a piece that I will cherish and sorry, I'm actually kind of an emotional person, so, but I did think that since this is the second take, I could do it without tearing up, but apparently I can't. Yeah, well, it's just pieces that I will carry with me all the time in my heart, and that I'll just treasure forever and ever. Excuse me. I have actually saved every single card I have ever received of the handmade cards that people have sent to me, and I have shown here on my channel. I have saved each and every one of them, and I am planning to maybe, well, I'm not sure if I can display all of them at the same time. I'll have to figure out a way, or else I'll just rotate them. So I have them right there to look at them. And just think of the wonderful people who have taken time out of their day to just make me a card, write a little note in them for me, you know, like Jill, who occasionally sends a card just saying, hey, I'm thinking about you. It just touches my heart, and makes me feel that the world maybe is not as bad a place as the news are trying to make it into. Every time I turn on the TV and there's news, it's always, you know, something bad happening, either, you know, in my own country or around the world. So much death and destruction and war, and, you know, it's things like these reminds me that the world actually can be a beautiful place to live in, and is a beautiful place to live in. So, well, enough